My content is intended for adult collectors of the product, not made for kids. Hello everyone! So for this video, it is literally just speculation since we don't have any news right now. But I thought it'd be kind of cool just to have a discussion. Now obviously everything in the video is not, I want Hasbro to do every single one. It's just ones I think are acceptable. Some stuff I think they'll skip out on or stuff I think they will do. I don't think they should do everything, not unless they make the waves less annoying to deal with, because they only do 3 per wave, so keep that in mind. So it's long waits, so we gotta be realistic with the choices. Now, for this wave, which I thought Venom Diabolos was in, but there is a listing for Venom Diabolos. It's supposed to be Pro. Supposedly. Still in the air right now, but they probably will still do it, and I'll say why. But Harmony, Pegasus, Prime Apocalypse, and Union seems like the new and up-and-coming. We know 2 out of the 3. I guess Harmony's in it. I thought it was Venom. I guess not. We're going to be giving our predictions, so make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you are new here, subscribe to the channel and let me know your thoughts. Now let's get started. Now, don't forget for GT that they are missing Goku, Go, and So. Now, even if Go and So aren't really that good, they still have to do it, right? Because it's going to feel really incomplete if they don't do it. Now, my candidates... Now, first of all, the reason why they have to do Venom Diabolos is because of the Diabolos 1 chip. Which, either way, you know, if we're going to be fair now, you know, I would have liked if they also... Yeah, but they all say April on the street. On the original site, by the way, they all have an April street date. But, obviously, no. Now, what I was going to say was they should include Erase. Honestly, they could basically include the same as TAKARA, but they don't. That's what, because the prices are near the original Japanese retail, and they could have just included the same, but it's whatever. I would have also liked the Diabolos Winder that was the LR launcher and the Red Dragon Ripcord. That would be pretty nice, but yeah, Diabolos 1 was very, very good. I think that if they are going to do it, it's likely stock, because it's easy to market in the whole bullet driver and everything.
The Devils could be a mistake. It was Pegasus and they put Diabolos. Could be a mistake.
It could be a mistake.
Yes,
yeah, someone at the Hasbro mixed up the thing. No, but as far as the other stuff goes, Knockout Odin was super hard to get. Like, it's basically the same reason why they include Poison Cobra. I do think Knockout has niche. I don't think it's perfect. I do think it's niche use. Now for parts, this is going to be difficult because there is no original stock combo for Knockout Odin. So what I think they should most certainly do, I'm just throwing it out there, if they ever want to include 3 in hit, just give it on the Knockout, and that could have been like, they can market it as like this sort of super special prize pro thing, right? Performance tips are hard to pick. I'm trying to think. Really, like maybe variable dash, that'd be pretty cool. I think Odin should probably have Goku, that'd be pretty cool. Or they throw in Go, maybe. Now, tact is also really important. I think it is actually underrated for how I've been treating it. It is actually a solid base in GT for defense. They can just do tack longiness. They don't have to do the other tacks or whatever. Now, as far as stock goes, other than like expand, you know, I don't really think we need like Pro Trans Dash. I think they could just pick anything from the library that they want to do. Dimension Dash, whatever floats their boat. But I do think this would make up for solid choices for a wave. Now, where it gets more difficult is also the fact that I do feel they will either do Perfect Genesis, which is just Regalia with the Big Bang armor, or Big Bang Genesis. The reason why is because they did Prime Apocalypse, even though I think Regalia is the best out of the 3, but that's why I think they're going to do so, just because marketing to sell the Infinite Locks. Now, either way, they're not going to do Hybrid, because for the cost of how they do Pro and everything, I can tell you right now, it would be like an insane pricing. How much did those RC bays cost originally? Like a lot, didn't they? Yeah. It would be probably like the same for how they make you pay for it. So yeah, probably like, I don't know. For defense stuff and whatever, they can This is where they can just pick whatever. If they really want to go with Yard Metal or whatever, I guess, but I would be fine if they chose other stuff. Now, since we had this, because originally I had Harmony in my predictions, they could just throw Goku, Go, or so. Since that's out of the window, and I do hope it is Diabolos 1 for the other thing, but since that's out of the window, I'm throwing in Cosmic. I don't think we need Flare. Well, certainly not. Now, knowing Hasbro, instead of getting Cosmic, they'll probably give us Bushin Ashura. I can guarantee you they'll do it, but they'll give it the Goku on that one. So it's like interchangeable. Again, parts for these ones I don't really care about. If there are times when I think they should do stock, I'll mention, yeah, just give it stock. Now, once we hit into sparking, now for sparking, they don't have to do everything, but they can do most. But I do think there is a necessity for some of these things. For starters, I do think this would literally just make the Sparking Pro Wave glide. Well, I don't think they can do glide stock because they already gave... They don't typically repeat parts with Pro drivers. Not to my memory, anyways. They could just do glide stock, or they'll give it Pro Wedge, or I don't know, some cringe like that. Glide because of 1S and wheel. Brave can just be stock, no extra work. Curse, stock, no extra work. Which Curse would be, the reason why Curse is a good choice is the same reasons as Poison and the same reasons as Knockout. Again, just prize stuff, hard to get. And also, this would screw with the scalpers who have that stuff sold for insanely high. So I think it would be a very good power move. Now, since they have this tendency to basically try to include everything like they do with the layer weights, I think they have to probably pair up the chassis with the original release, so that's why I do think, which is basically the normal release order, Variant, Lucifer, Mirage, Fafnir, and Rage Longinus. They have to include 2D, and they're not going to pick something else. They always do just the stock stuff, so I think Lucifer will be stock. Fafnir, I wouldn't care if they changed nothing to a better stamina driver or something else. Now, for Rage, I do hope they include Destroy Dash, because the original Pro Destroy Dash is literally a scam. It's not actually Destroy Dash, it's just normal Destroy. If they don't pick Destroy Dash, a good alternative would definitely be Jolt Dash, especially since we haven't gotten a Jolt Dash released in Pro. Moving on from that, now again, not everything, just some... sorry, that's repeated, hold on, there you go. Now, this is just because I feel Hasbro is Hasbro. Now, what is a release that Speedstorm never gave us? Origin Uranus. They never released it. Why? Okay, surprise marketing. Pro Series does Origin Uranus. Hey, you know, we didn't do this Bane Speedstorm, but we'll market it for Pro.
Can I give them some hint to Hasbro?
Plus, it's easy work. What is it?
Hasbro exclusives on Pro Series with the full.
Yeah, that's what he wants. But that's what actually a lot.
You're welcome.
That's
the check later.
Cut the check later. No, we'll get to Pro exclusives after. I don't think they're gonna do it, but I'll explain why they should. Definitely. So I think Origin has easy marketing. World again can just be stock. Tempest can just be stock. Now, a lot of these things we could cut, for me personally, I don't think we need Origin. I just think with Hasbro in mind, they probably would do something like that. Now then after, when we get to here, I think Infinite, Lucifer the End, and Hollow, these can all be stock except for Hollow. I don't think we need High Excel Dash. Just give it Hunter Dash. That would be an easy move for Pro, and plus an easy to get Hollow and Infinite. Yes. Now for this one, it's where it concerns I think regardless of how you feel, because they have to pick it, I think they should include the Pro limit breaks for Hyperion and Helios. Even if the burn layer base is really awful, they should include it because they do the stocks. It's good for Hyperion 2, the Metal Chip Core, Exceed Dash plus X. And you're also going to notice that I didn't mention King Helios or Super Hyperion. Those should just be skipped. Because 1A you can just give the Tempest Dragon, 1B you just give it to Achilles. There's no need for those two, and I think if they do, it's an idiotic move. Now between these, it's either Jet Wyvern or Death Solomon. Now the thing is that Solomon, you know, it's like, Now they could, because Demise, what's the stupid name? Demise Spell Scraper, I think is the name. Yeah, they could do that. The thing is, because the Solomon core is really, really good, and they definitely should do it. If they don't choose that, then I do suspect Jet Wyvern, but I do think they won't give it just. They'll probably give Pro Atomic, most likely. And for the disc, I don't know, and for the chassis, I don't know. But, you know, it's just kind of like throwing it out there. Now, what I think they should do, now this is already in the thumbnail, this is where we get to the whole thing. Edited concept. If Pro wants to be really, really smart, Infinite Achilles will have 2 Pro releases, and so will Brave. Now, Infinite will only have Sword for the normal Pro starter, but in the set, it'll be the Black Pro Achilles with the shield. And the reason why we include Brave is for a new recolor that TT never did, a red Brave Valtryek to match Rashad's version. Because if you think about it, they did do the red Chozy Valkyrie. Yeah, because they need to recycle it. I didn't Photoshop that far. The reason why I think it's a good idea is because, first of all, they did the red Chozy Valkyrie, so they can clearly just do, again, a red recolor. They could even give us a red Evolution Dash. They could just give... I don't remember, what color is the 2A on Rachette's one? Whatever color the 2A is, it would be super smart. Here's why it'd be super smart. It takes advantage of the fact that TT never released it. It's a good idea, and I think they should do this. This would be very, 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 very smart for them to do this. Now, obviously, the Stadium, if they're going to recolor it again, most likely, or they just do a revamped version, which I think they should. But this is what we like to call wishful thinking. Does it actually mean that they'll go ahead and do this? Probably not. Now, let me know in the comments, what are your wave choices? Now, it's all got to be 3 bays, 3 bays, 3 bays, 3 bays, and let me know what parts you think they'll give. Now, we can't have them all super good parts, so they got to have some really stupid parts in them to balance it out. Now, the other thing, too, which I think they should, but it'll never happen, is they should do pro releases of the Hasbro. They won't do it because it's a lot of extra work for them, but the reason why they should, and the reason why it makes a lot of sense, is because it's essentially a new TAKARA release. Just they have to do a little bit of work. It has a lot of appeal to it. It's good new content because it's in the TAKARA system. And I don't think I could see anyone against this idea. You're insane if you are for a Pro exclusive release. Because the issue is that with Pro Series and their costs, things like 2-packs just can't happen, right? Because if the average Pro Series bay costs like what? About, not the Canadian price. If the average Pro Series release costs about what, like $20, what are they going to charge for a 2-pack? 30, 40? You know what I mean? The thing is, I do want Pro Series to do, I think it's a cool concept to want them to do the 2-packs, but I think people have to realize that the quality control in production is really poor as it is. So I think they should just stick to the 3 bays, but that's why it's very tough to make these choices. I also do think as well, and I've said this plenty of times, you can go back on the videos, but I have said that I do believe that when they're doing all these releases, this will extend to after when Burst is over. Because for them, it's the thing they'll keep on marketing, like, hey, you know, this, that, and this. I think Pro will probably have a long lifespan. Now, if for whatever reason, let's just say, Pro Series does not go as far as we expect, maybe doesn't even reach Dynamite Battle, then you can most certainly be angry at Hasbro for the choices of releases. I think especially, say, like I've said, because it's limited stuff, we don't know if it's going to keep on going or if it stays how it is. So they should be smart with their choices. I do think things like prize stuff should get priority, because hard to obtain and it's good for people. You know, like Infinite and Hollow especially. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to say thank you for, I've already gone long enough as is on this. So one thing I don't want them to screw up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.